Hello, everybody. Welcome back to You've Been Josh with Josh. I'm your host, Josh. Yes. Personal episode today. Let's go. Personal episode for episode 45. 45 episodes. Isn't that crazy? And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, it has been exactly 1 year since I started doing the podcast, which is crazy to think about. So long ago. What was it like? Wasn't it called like the Pharaoh? Indulge the Pharaoh. Yeah. Oh my God. Yep. September of 2021. God damn. It was right after my vacation. And we were driving up through Maryland and stuff when we stopped at that Dunkin'. And there was Indulge the Bulge on there. Yeah. I remember now. No, today I figured we'd talk about this past year, the year of the podcast, as well as some other things that I've got going on as of today. You know, we've got stuff going on in my life. That's what the personal episodes are for. We got the guest episodes, we got the personal episodes. So it's a nice little in between. We haven't been able to do a personal one in a while just because of how busy it's been. But things have been going good. Things have been going really good. Joy and I have finally officially settled down in our new place. I feel like we've finally come to a comfortable state of living. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of furniture that we still need, but we're feeling really good about the new place. And of course, there's some little things here and there. We still, to this day, have not gotten our outlets fixed. We put in an official maintenance request with the realtor service that our landlord goes through, and they have not fixed the outlets. There are more working outlets. No, I'm saying that incorrectly. I'm saying it backwards. There are more not working outlets than there are working outlets. So it's really annoying because there are a lot of walls that we just can't use. And I don't know if it's a breaker issue or not. Like they just didn't flick on a couple different, levers or whatnot, or what the fuck they're called. But it's locked down in the basement, so we can't actually access it. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting to see. Then I'll actually have access to the one other outlet that's in our living room, so I can run a line from the living room into our stream room for a couple different things that I've been holding off. But I'm excited. Speaking of things for the stream room, I think we finally came up with an idea for what we want the stream room to look like. I was kind of thinking of a couple different things, and we talked about it on stream, but I think I finally figured out what we're going to do. Of course, it's going to take a little bit to get there because, money and all that jazz, but I'm excited. And I finally got the foam Apple hat today, which is it's so much bigger than I originally thought. Someone, an anonymous person bought the foam party hat that I found on Amazon, and it took like a month to get here, but it's finally here. And it's so large that I can fit the entire thing over my head like it's a helmet. And I'm going to try to see if there's a way that I can make eye holes on it without it being too abrasive, I guess, on the actual foam. So that way you can't see the holes, but I can still see out of it. Because if I can use that as a helmet, oh my God, it's going to be so funny. Just having an apple for a head. It's like the jack-o'-lantern man, but just with an apple instead of a pumpkin. Oh my God. But yeah, so it's just a slow process. We have a lot of pictures and stuff that we haven't put up on our walls out in our living room either, because it's crazy how expensive command strips are. I remember they used to be so cheap, and now it's just, they're so much more expensive now that, COVID has ended and things are trying to get back to where they were. It's just it's so expensive, man. It's crazy. Same with just furniture in general, getting a shelf is, a pain in the ass, Speaking of pains in the ass as well, because this episode's going to be a clusterfuck of me just talking about random shit. This is the first place I've ever lived at that I've actually had to pay electric separate, like it's not included. And we've been trying to get in contact since we've moved in to get the account switched over, because the account that's set up for our apartment is through an account with a company, and it's already activated, so we still have power and stuff like that, but you need to transfer it over to an account that they make for you, so that way the service can continue and stuff like that. And we've been trying to contact them, but one of the realtor people said that it's really hard to get in contact with them. And I was like, oh, great, because you guys remember all the issues we had with our realtor. And I've been calling them for the last month, and they leaving messages and they won't respond. I called the realtor's office and I was just like, hey, like we haven't been able to access that, and I just don't want the power to shut off, obviously, And they're like, oh, it won't shut off, like obviously, but they'll charge your landlord, and then the landlord will just add it to your bill and whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay, then no worries, it's fine. Just let me know like what we can do, because obviously we want to get that so we can pay it. And he's like, oh, well, you can probably do it online through their website. And it's like, perfect. So I went there, checked it out, and they're like, oh, to make an account and get the transfer started, you need the account number that's already pre-existing, as well as the meter number for the building. And those are two things that I don't have access to. And so I called about it, and they're like, oh, we can't give that information, but also like we don't really know where that would be. It's very odd, so we'll get back to you. And I called them again because 2 weeks went by. They didn't give me anything. And so weeks go by and I don't hear anything. And I literally, like yesterday, I got a call from the realtor, and it was somebody else that we hadn't talked to before. It was actually the same lady who hung up on us when we were going through the interview process and stuff like that. And she's like, hey, you need to pay your electric bill. And I was like, ma'am, I have no access to the electric bill. Like, we've been waiting to hear back from you guys. And they're like, well, that's not my job. And I was like, actually, it is. I called you and you didn't get back to me. And they're like, so we were just paying it. They just added the bill that the landlord had to pay on top of our regular bill, which is okay. It's just I feel bad for our landlord, because obviously it doesn't put us in a good light, because it makes us look like we're not paying our bills, which we are. And so I'm going to try to get in contact with him and just be like, hey, so I'm sorry you had to deal with that. The realtor company didn't give us the information we needed and all that stuff. So that's the only downside to things that we're dealing with the apartment right now. Otherwise, everything is great. Bandit is in love with all the space he has now, our little dog. And he's made the couch his abode, his throne. And he's just like upside down on that motherfucker almost every day, just slouched out, absolutely just slouched out. And it's just been good having a full-size kitchen. It's the little things in life, having a fridge that is full and has multiple shelves. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Just having fresh fruits and vegetables, it's just a little thing, but it goes a long way. But we've been enjoying the new apartment a lot. As for Platinum, just a little Platinum update. Not much has transpired since I last updated you guys. I've been trying really hard not to fall into a certain demographic when it comes to trophy hunting. I saw a really good YouTube video on it the other day, how a lot of people during COVID were, lost their jobs, or they were on quarantine, so they were just in their houses and playing a lot of video games. And there was a lot of people who didn't know about trophy hunting or achievement hunting from Xbox or Steam or whatnot, who got into it because of being, at home. And I was one of those people. However, there was a lot of people who are already trophy hunters who took it to an extreme and were just grinding and grinding and grinding. And I've found myself not enjoying video games as much, because I'm always worried about, oh, does this have a really long platinum? And looking at the guide to like make sure I don't miss anything and all these different things. And I'm trying not to fall into that, because obviously I want to be able to enjoy the games that I play. But also I still love getting the trophy. So what I came up with a system, and I took a little bit of inspiration from this person's video. But I want to play games without looking at the guide or anything, not thinking about the trophies. Like, if I get a trophy, great, but then just enjoy the story. And then as soon as the game is over, if I enjoyed it wholeheartedly and I really like the game, I will play it over again to get all the trophies that I need. So it'll take 2 playthroughs, which has added more time, but if I really enjoy it, I would want to, And so for some games, that are collectibles and stuff like that, I can just keep going and not have to worry about playing a second time. It's just like cleanup. So it won't be that terrible. But I'm a trophy hunter still, but I'm more laid back with it, if that makes sense. I'm more laid back. But at where we're currently standing is 226 platinums. My goal was to get to 300. Our goal for this year was to get to 200, which we got there really quickly. So I'm actually really happy because I think we've gotten over 100 platinums this year alone, even with us slowing down. But the other goal was to get to 80% completion rating, and where we're standing right now is 75.74%. So we got pretty far up there, because I think what we were at was like 69%. So getting up to 75% is like a third of 100%, and I'm happy with that. I'm actually quite happy with that. So you win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. We got our 225th platinum milestone, which was sick. We played Behind the Frame, the finest scenery. It was a really, really beautiful game about artwork and love and family, and I really enjoy indie games like that. So that was a fun one. The games I'm working on currently right now, there's a lot of cleanup ones, but Hazel Sky, really cool indie game with puzzles and music, and the music in it is astounding. Like honestly, it sounds like Billie Eilish, like a lot of her like older stuff. Really, really good. Highly recommend. Figment, which is a nice little puzzle indie game. Outer Wilds, which is an awesome game. I'm really enjoying a lot of information. So if you're not one to like a lot to like a lot of reading as you're playing a game, definitely look out for it, because it is a lot of reading. But the story is awesome so far. I really enjoy it. And then I picked up Astroneer again, so I'm trying to get through that because it's one of my favorite games. But I never platinumed it on PlayStation. I've only played it on Xbox and PC. So I'm trying to platinum it on PlayStation. But highly recommend those games. Check them out and tell me what you think, because I'd love to hear what you think of them. As for stream related things, not much has changed. We're just vibing out. I had a little sick day yesterday. I had some sort of stomach bug type thing. I don't know what's going on, but it's passed. Thank God. It's passed. It's gone. But I've been just having a great time with streams. Seriously, we've been doing a lot of Fortnite. Honestly, we've been doing a lot of Fortnite, but it's fun. The new season just got released, and we've been vibing out with that. We did some art. I really enjoy doing the parody posters. They're a lot of fun. If you haven't seen them, check out my Twitter. We've been taking photos, like the posters of TV shows, movies, and games, and reworking them and making them our own. So like Free Guy, we changed it to P Guy. We just did James and the Giant Peach and changed it to Joshua and the Giant Apple, because my name is Josh. And they're really good. They're a lot of fun. It challenges me and my artistic ability with graphic design, because I want to get better with that. And yeah, it's just a fun time. We fuck around and make them really, really stupid memes, and they're good. They're a lot of fun. But yeah, not with stream, things were just going great. We've been vibing out. I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes, trying to get some new events going on. We just had our Been Found event in Fortnite, which was hide and go seek tag in Fortnite, which was so much fun. I'm looking forward to doing another one. My plan is to do one every month, but we'll see how that goes. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of people turned out for it, and we had a blast. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But hopefully we can do another one here soon. I've added a new Stinger transition that I've been working on. It was a resource I found online for free, and then I changed the color of it because I wanted it to be more in sync with my color palette for my branding, and it looks really cool. I'm really proud of it, and it looks fucking sick, my guy. It looks fucking sick, my guy. But yeah, other than that, nothing really new with stream. Just doing the same old, vibing out, having a great time with the pals. One thing that is new is I'm trying to do some more freelance work. So if anybody would like a freelance artist to do panels for them, some consultation for stream branding, OBS help, anything like that, my services are for hire, and I would love to get hired by you guys, because that is one of my favorite things about streaming, is the whole back end side of it. I really enjoy working in OBS, and I really enjoy doing like the whole branding element of stream. And I actually have a couple people that have already asked me to be a client. So I'm gonna be working with them pretty closely and helping them get all set up and ready to go. So I'm excited for that. Plus, it helps me pay my bills, which is the one of the biggest things. It's one of the biggest things. But yeah, that's basically all the announcements that I had for the personal episode. Today I wanted to talk about some stream related things in the streaming universe. I know that last week we talked about the host feature getting removed. I think it was in the bonus episode for the Patreons. Check out the Patreon to get the episodes early, and you get bonus episodes. Fucking sick, right? Fucking sick. But last week we talked about the host feature going away. But there was something else I wanted to talk about, because I think it's kind of funny. Not really funny. It's just unfortunate. But there is a huge app going around Twitch for a long time called Hover, and it was a pretty useful tool, I thought, for streamers to get their content out there, and especially as another streamer, just seeing other people and how they did their content and just their editing abilities and stuff like that. It was basically TikTok for Twitch. So you could go on there and go to specific category, like, oh, I want to watch just chatting clips, or I want to watch this type of game, and you can follow certain categories, and it'll show you clips from random streamers that post clips from them streaming that category, which was really cool, because you could find other streamers and you can promote yourself, and it was just like a cool little hub. However, it's supposed to be to bring new people who are viewers into other streams, basically. But from the get-go, I know there was a lot of stuff in the back end that needed to be worked out and stuff like that. But I was just trying to understand how, like, you were going to be able to get more viewers if almost the entire viewer base was other streamers trying to get promotion. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this is a little but there's a lot of potential here. So, I'm going to use it. And so I started using it and stuff. They did some really cool like events where you can win money by posting clips, and they would have competitions and stuff. And then they did Next Top Streamer. And there was a lot of people who got a lot of exposure from these events and made a name for themselves. And it was really cool to see some people grow from those events. But now, personally, I think it's just like gone straight down here. I've seen a lot of people just shit talking it. And like, I haven't used it in a while just because of the move and everything, but there's just a lot of people shit talking the app, and it was just so funny to see. It is kind of funny. Let's just be honest. It's kind of funny to see the people flip flop, because obviously things change, opinions change, people change, and it's just in the ever flowing feel of time of change. But there's just so many people who highly praised the app, and now those same people are just shitting on it. And it's just so interesting to see how quickly it can flip flop back and forth, And that's the same thing with viewers. Like, there was a couple people that used to watch me all the time, like a lot, that after a period of time just realized it wasn't for them anymore and found someone different. And I think that it goes to show from both of those occurrences that, time is ever moving forward. People's opinions and feelings and likes and dislikes change so frequently that you have to just brace yourself for that change and people to leave, and I think that the reason why people take it too close to heart is because of the whole parasocial element of Twitch, of feeling like you're really close friends with somebody. And, like, I have to say there's a lot of people that I've met on Twitch who I feel are very dear to me, and I consider them friends. But there's a lot of other people that I just feel like are acquaintances, and how they view me, I don't know. But, like, I really hope that I can give that entertainment and that relationship of entertainment as I can provide. However, I really don't want people to feel so connected to me that they have that emotional bond because of that exact same reason. I see a lot of people get upset when they see people who are in their community leave or in somewhere else's community and not hanging out with them anymore because it hurts them. And I think that as a streamer, you kind of have to like prep yourself for the fact that people will change. You know, they won't like what you're doing anymore, or they just want to find something different and they'll stop watching. And you have to kind of disconnect yourself from that, which can be hard for some people, especially people who are like empathic, you know, like they feel things for people, they empathize with people. And so when they can get hurt, they're sensitive and they can get hurt from people leaving. And I don't think you should. Like, it's not any, I get it has a little bit to do with you, obviously, but you can't let it affect you because there are still people who are around. And I think that you can see who those shining light people are. Shining light people? Shining light people. Just men and women and people who identify as whatever they want, just standing there, just glowing. Light people. No. They that was so stupid. People who have been around since the beginning, you know, people who are there all the time, you know, through thick and thin, those people, you can see those people shine through. That's what I meant to say. The light people, the people who shine through all the muck of life. You can see those people and they stand out. And I, as someone who streams a lot every week, I see you, those viewers. You don't have to talk. You don't have to do anything, but I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being there. And I hope me saying the oh yeah, like don't just feel disconnected from people doesn't make anyone feel like I'm like don't give a shit if they leave or go. But at the same time, I do have to feel that way of not getting too attached, because if you feel the need that you need to leave, like I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want to feel bad. You know, it's one of those things. And it sounds depressing, but it's really not. It's just life, you know? You know? I hope that made sense. That's something I wanted to talk about because I feel like it's very important that as a streamer and as a viewer or something like that, that we have those conversations of, you know, obviously like I'm using you as entertainment. And that's what I want to be. I want to be that entertainment. You know, I'm not putting on a huge spectacle. There are other people who can do that. You know, I don't have that kind of energy to do that for sure. But like, I have a good time. We have a good time. We laugh, we jive, we do all that stuff. And if you can find entertainment from that, beautiful. If not, don't feel bad if you want to go watch someone else. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having a good time. I'm just vibing out, bro. I'm just vibing out. But I think that's an important conversation to have, is understanding the difference between that stuff and not feeling hurt when that happens, because it's bound to happen. You're still going to be like, oh, that sucks. But you know, like if they're having a good time, who's to say they can't have a good time? They're having more of a fun time vibing out over in somebody's else's stream. Fuck yeah, I'm glad. You know. I'm glad. But yeah. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about the Twitch side of things. Other than that, for the Twitch side of things, there are some great fucking films coming out for Halloween. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk about all these really cool fucking movies coming out for Halloween time, because they look absolutely bussin'. And as someone who enjoys horror movies profusely, I'm fucking excited. So like, not only do they have Halloween Ends, which I haven't seen all of the Halloween movies, but obviously, like, it deserves to end because there's been so many. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool that they're having like a final one. However, the one I wanted to talk about is Smile. Have you seen the trailer for Smile? Oh my God. It looks absolutely horrifying. And that's exciting to me. You know, they had Nope come out not that long ago, and I just watched it not that long ago with a friend in our Discord. But that the whole suspense horror and like shock value is what we need in horror movies, because I feel like it used to be all jump scares, and I want that suspense and confusion back, because that's what scares me, is the fact of not knowing something but not enough to be like sure of something. That's that's suspense horror, and that's the best. But there's like this movie called Smile coming out. It looks horrifying. They have Pray for the Devil, which is an exorcism movie. Love those. They're always good. There's like this weird like Android one. It's called Megan. I don't know what it entails. I only saw the trailer and it didn't give you much information. Looks really good. They have Knock at the Cabin, which looks like kind of like Cabin in the Woods type. It looks good. I'm excited for that one. And then apparently they're bringing back Hellraiser, which is super cool because Hellraiser was an awesome movie. So if they're bringing that back, yes please. Yes, please. No, but they have some really cool ones coming out for this Halloween season, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to see these horror movies. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be horror. I'm excited. Speaking of Halloween, though, I don't know what I'm gonna be dressing up for Halloween. With this new Apple hat thing, I might just be an apple. I might straight up just be an apple. That'd be kind of funny, but I might actually just be an apple. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, guys? Who knows? Maybe I'll just be an apple. That'd be kind of fun. Just being an apple for Halloween. Don't juice me. Look out. Don't squeeze too hard. I might get bruised. I know it's still like a month away, but do you guys know what you're going to be dressing up as? I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. Just this whole season. Now it's fucking almost... Actually, I think today was the start. Maybe tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the start of fall, which is really exciting. It is apple season. It has been for a little while now. But there is harvest festivals everywhere. Joy and I are probably going to go to one either this weekend or next weekend. We're going to go apple picking. We're going to get some hard cider, some apple mead, and some Honey Crisp apples and Granny Smiths. Chow down on that for a couple months. Maybe make some applesauce. Some apple pies. Oh my god. Ugh. Apple fritters, maybe. I think they might have those there. I'm just gonna splurge. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anything apple is just up my alley. I also got this apple flavored maple syrup. Oh my god. Put that in some pancakes. Oh, honey, baby, put it in my mouth. Eat that shit up. Yum, yum, yum. So freaking good. No, there's just so many different Apple themed things coming out. Same with Starbucks. I worked at Starbucks for so long, and it wasn't even that long. It was like 2 years, but still. I thought I would never be able to drink coffee there again, just because of the smell just sets me off, to be honest. But they made an apple crisp coffee macchiato, and I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. Let's try it. Holy shit, is that thing tasty? It legitimately tastes like an apple crisp. It's so good. Like an apple dumpling, but with some coffee, some earthy tones. God damn. So delicious. So delicious. But that reminds me, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today was traditions. Traditions, yes. We all have our own traditions in our family, or ones that we make ourselves over the years. One in particular that was always like a big thing for me during like the fall season, especially for like Thanksgiving time, the holiday. I know that all of our friends in Europe, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but here it's one of those like nostalgic things. And in my family, we would always get together. We'd have a big meal, lots of pumpkin pie and apples and turkey, mashed potatoes, green beans. You get the sweet potatoes, yeah, sweet potatoes and yams with the brown sugar and stuff. Oh, so fucking good. We'd always do that, and then afterwards, we'd celebrate Christmas on the same time. It would always be with my mom's side of the family, and we would celebrate with them, and then afterwards we would celebrate Christmas, because they would always go down to Florida for the holidays of Christmas once it gets really cold, and so we'd celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas at the same time. And I know with Joy's family, they always do a big thing for Christmas. So Christmas was a big time for them, and Thanksgiving was a big time for my family. So we both have our own traditions in both of our families. But now that we're married and together, and getting out to see family is harder now that we have our own lives and we're living. We're not living with them. We're starting to make our own. And I wanted to talk to you guys about my traditions that we have going on, the new ones that Joy and I are making, as well as hear from you guys what you guys have got going on. I want you to tweet at me on what stuff you got. What stuff you got going on? What do you do for each holiday season? Or is there any traditions that you have for Halloween or for your birthday or something like that that you might think is unique to you? And I love to hear it because I think they're interesting. But something Joy and I decided to do for Christmas specifically is we have a one of the artificial trees because we didn't want to cut down a tree for Christmas each year because one, it's cutting down a tree, but then also it's just easier. We can just set it up quickly and it's ready to go and we can have it up, and then we have one for the next year as well. But we got ornaments. They're discs of wood with still the bark on the sides, and we had a friend of mine paint on it. We made 12, I believe. They made 12 for us, and it was our favorite animals, our favorite types of trees, our favorite types of plants, and as well as each year we have one made, that a significant thing that happened in that year. So for 2019, sorry, 2019, 2019, we have one. I do believe, forgive me because it's been some time. 2019, we had our wedding, so we have 2 wedding bands. For 2018, which is the year prior to that, we have our engagement. And then 2020, we had COVID, but we got Bandit during that time, so we have one for Bandit. 2021, we started Twitch, so we have an apple on it. And then we haven't done one for 2022 yet, but we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do for 2022. I think it'll be this new location, our new place. So we always get one made for each year, and we have the year on it, but then we also have the random ones with things that we like, things that together we appreciate. And so I thought it would be a kind of a nice tradition to do that every year as we get another one made and add it on. And I thought that'd be kind of cool, and that's what we've been doing. But for Thanksgiving, Joy and I, what we've been doing is we've been doing duck instead of turkey, because it's only the 2 of us, so we don't need to do an entire turkey, So we've been doing duck, and we did it for the first time last year, and it was absolutely scrumptious. I shit you not. I've never had a duck before, but we did it, and we did it in our Instant Pot, and I think I talked about it. Quite profusely on the podcast. But it was so good. It was so good. And I think about it all the time, and just how much fun Joy and I had making it, and there's always new traditions that come up or new ideas that we have that we're like, oh, we should do this every holiday season. And one of the other ones we do for Christmas is always watch these select 3 movies. We always watch Elf. We always watch The Grinch Stole Christmas, and we always watch Home Alone 1 and 2. We always enjoy watching those movies. But one of the things that we want to start doing for the fall is we want to start going to apple harvests and apple picking, because we go apple picking every once in a while, but it's not something we do regularly because it is, something minute. It's really random. But we want to start doing that every fall. So we're going to be going either this weekend or next weekend, and it's exciting. It's just one of those fun little things to do. You go out and you go pick some apples. You get some apples, and we're gonna make some apple pie, some apple sauce. Can that shit. Have some for whenever we want some, and it's fun, But I'd love to hear what you guys do for holidays. Joy and I like dressing up for Halloween. We don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Just coming up with an idea and going with it, just going with it. One year we dressed up as one year we dressed up as Flint Lockwood and Sam Sparks from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And then we did Doc Brown and Marty McFly from Back to the Future. We're not sure what we're gonna do this year though. We were talking about it, but we're not sure. Like I said, for stream, Probably going to dress up as an apple because I think it'd be kind of funny. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know what we're going to do this time. We don't know what we're going to do this time. But let me know what kind of traditions you guys have, because I always find those interesting. I know that everybody celebrates different things. Everyone has different holidays depending on where you live. And not all families have traditions. Not all people have traditions that they still do. And they're ever changing. So if you have anything that you do that's like repetitious each year, please let me know. Anything special you do on your birthday every year? I know I don't like cake, so every birthday I get a apple pie or a pumpkin pie. Those are the two that I always like to get. So let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys do. Speaking of something that I need to do is upgrade my stuff. Something that I've come to realize is some of the equipment that I bought when I first started streaming, I still use a lot of it. And it's starting to slowly decay away. My PC is starting to slow down. I've tried to clean things. I've tried to clean things on the actual hardware itself. And it's still just starting to slow down. My Elgato game capture is starting to get buggy. I need to upgrade that. I need to upgrade my internal parts of my PC. My headset's starting to give way. So that's something I need to work on. But as I'm working on the stream stuff and I'm working on the setup in the background, the new setup, which I'm excited about, that's going to be something on my agenda to slowly start to whittle away on some of those things that I need to get. I added some stuff to the throne as well, so that way if anyone feels so inclined or generous enough to help with those things, I can do that, because it's expensive. It starts to get pricey, you know what I'm saying? But it's a slow build, you know. We grow gradually. We grow gradually as we move forward, you know. You know. I'm really excited though for the next couple of months because of it being Apple season. Got a lot of events planned. Halloween's coming up. We started watching all the Marvel movies in the Discord. If anybody would like to come watch, we're gonna be watching those and having movie nights. Some more bin founds coming out soon, hopefully, once a month here. And we're going to be doing our karaoke stream coming up. We got to be doing the horror game, Mortuary's Assistant, which is going to be freakadicky. Not looking forward to that. As well as I've already started working on the Bin Joshed album coming out next year. So I'm really excited on that. A lot of work to do on that front, but we're going to slowly get there. But everybody, thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate you. And to all the Patreons who are listening, you really do help a lot. Same with everyone who follows this on any of the streaming sites, or likes and comments on YouTube, or shares with your friends. It really does go a long way. And I hope that every single time I say that, it doesn't lose any meaning towards you guys, because it really does mean a lot. Even the small things like retweeting and liking tweets, or just coming in and lurking while I'm doing random shit during stream. It really does go a long way and helps with numbers and helps support the channel. So I do appreciate you guys in every little way, in every little capacity. I do appreciate it. And also thank you for one whole year of the podcast. Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. Hopefully that once I get my life together, and we finally find our flow here. I know I keep saying that, but it's a learning curve. And I keep putting too much pressure on myself, because I'm literally 24. You know, I keep telling myself that. Like, I'm still learning, you know. Hopefully we'll get in a flow here and we'll figure out exactly how we're doing shit. But until then, we have derails for days. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you all have a fantastic fucking week. And I'm really excited for the next guest coming up this coming week. You'll see more about that soon. We got a nice, exciting guest coming in. And I look forward to talking to you guys next week. Have a great one. Go eat some apples and stay funky, my dudes. All right. Peace.